I'm on. I never know when I'm doing something like that, whether I'm on or not. I'm mostly trying to amuse myself. Apparently I was on. Is my PC fixed? I don't know. It wasn't fixed by me, that's for sure. I suppose that still needs to be a task of mine during my break here. Hello! Yes, it's a Euro-friendly, quick lunchtime stream. I could play for about an hour, and then I gotta go do things, including getting this mop of haircut. But then I'll come back after I do stuff around town and stream probably something else, not Hearthstone. What kind of headphones are these? These are my gold edition Cosporter Pros. They're actually made out of solid fake gold. Still the greatest headphones in the land. You bought your mom Cosporter Pros for Christmas. She's gonna like them, I promise. Everybody does. They may look kind of stupid, they may look kind of retro, they may not look like they're that powerful, but they're awesome. Dark Souls. Maybe I could go back to Dark Souls 3, we'll see. I did buy the expansion. I haven't played it yet. So even if I can't beat the last bosses still, I could try the new expansion. So that's a possibility. Or Final Fantasy 15 or more Overwatch, because we had an amazing Overwatch session last night. If you were there, it was pretty incredible. I played with a bunch of people in chat, and we played competitive, and we had the greatest competitive match I've ever been in. It went the distance. It went like 4 rounds, and it was a nail-biter till the end, and the good guys won. Yeah, the headphones are awesome when you plug them in. Yeah. Last night I was complaining about the sound. I wasn't hearing well, and everybody on chat was saying that the sound was too loud, and I was like, "Duh?" And I was wearing my headphones until I noticed that, I hadn't plugged them in yet. Anyway, and I'm gonna plug them in now. Okay. Alright, so I've got like an hour to play Hearthstone. We should do that. Now, if you were watching me play Overwatch last night, you saw I unceremoniously got kicked out of Battle.net twice mid-competitive match, so that was scary. And that makes me wary to actually play ranked right now, because I don't want to lose a game because of a drop. So I might just play casual for the purpose of this live stream. But I can tell you that thanks to my boss, Tengai, he kind of turned me on to wild mode, which I had been ignoring until now. If you don't play Hearthstone, in the last year they divided it into 2 different games. One is standard, in which there's a certain set of cards. You can only use these cards, and many of the old cards got cycled out, and you can't use them. And in Wild, you can use any card that's ever been released for Hearthstone, and they have 2 different ranking systems, one for standard, one for Wild. And so in Wild, I actually managed to creep up to level 15, which for me is pretty good. Again, if you don't play, I know a lot of Hearthstone streams don't really kind of go into the noob stuff. So the noob, 1-minute lesson is it's a card game. You got to get your opponent from down to 0 points. You both start with 30. You have cards. What's the point? The lowest, the best rank you can. It's like golf. The lower your rank, the better you've done during the month. It resets every month. The very highest rank, the worst, is level 25. You can't lose a star if you lose a game between ranks 25 and 21. When you win, you gain a star. If you lose, you just stay there. Once you get to level 20, that's kind of where it really kind of starts, because if you lose a game, you lose a star. You can't go below 0 stars at 20. You with me so far? So, the good players go beyond level 1 into legend. The mediocre to crappy players like me, we get to level 20, and then everything from level 20 on is like bonus. I think I've gone as low as 12 once. I tend to net out in like 16, 17. per month. So 15 is good for me, but you can see I'm at the bottom of 15. If I lose a star now, I'll go to 16, which is still good for me. And over in standard, I'm stuck on 19. One more win and I'd go to 18. But standard is really hard right now because a new expansion was released recently, and the meta shifted all around, which is actually my favorite time to play Hearthstone, because there's all these new cards, the meta is thrown into chaos, nobody has quite yet figured out the awesome decks yet, so you really have a chance to kind of compete with everybody. But now the meta's settling down, and there's a couple like brutal decks out there, and because I am not I tend to always go against the grain, it's just my nature. I always like try to pick decks that will fight the current meta. I don't want to join the club. I'm part of the resistance. Of course, my resistance decks are like everybody else's resistance decks, so I'm sort of a follower in that respect. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I like to. So anyway, my Reno deck it allows me to fight against the current meta. And the way it does that is by allowing me to keep my health up a lot. I have two big chances to, even if I get whittled down quickly. If you know this game, you're very familiar with Reno Jackson. If you have no duplicates in your deck, you fully heal, so you go all the way back to 30. So I have a deck that has no duplicate cards. There's also a new legend that got introduced, and if you have no duplicate cards, you get to create a custom spell. Those spells can be brutal, but enough of my yabbering. Let's play. Is the game volume really loud? Seriously? I turned it like almost all the way down. Shite. Okay. Yeah. Is that better? It's like way down now. I can't even hear it. Okay, so we'll play a few games. If you're not in Hearthstone, I get it. Why should you be? It's a stupid digital card game. I don't blame you, but we're going to play casual Reno Mage and see how we do. This is only an hour, too, so if you're not into this, you know, feel free to check out, and then later today, there's going to be real video game live streams and not digital card games. Road to level 20, by the way, that's like a joke, because 20 is like the worst you can do. So I'm heading on the road down. Little joke there. Okay. It's taken a long time to find an opponent. Always wanted to play a little puppy. I never get that one. Happy holidays, everyone. Okay.
Gul'dan.
Playing a warlock.
Your soul shall be mine.
We'll see what happens. Warlocks tend to play lots of low-cost minions and just flood you with trouble. So Doomsayer is a good one for me to keep. This I save for the end of the game. This allows me to copy a friendly minion. The card I'd want to copy, of course, is Reno. So I get another chance to go back to 30. So I don't need that in my hand right now. The ideal thing to draw in the current meta, that's one of them, is Ice Block, which ensures that you will not die on that turn, and the other is Reno. You got to get these as soon as possible and keep them in your hand, because a lot of the current meta decks are just to get you down as fast as fucking possible and kill you in the shortest amount of moves. Current Warlocks are mostly Reno. Actually, Shy is totally correct about that. And I've had some great Reno Warlock versus Reno Mage matches lately. And it's pretty much a duel. They are long games. If he's playing a Reno Warlock, you'll see. Unless one of us happens to get lucky with draw, this could go on a while, as we both are working to stay alive, get our opponent down, but keep putting ourselves back to 30. Hard to tell on the first card yet what he's doing. This is a standard Warlock first card, so He could be Zoo, he could be Reno, he could be anything. I could coin for Doomsayer, which will, unless he can, unless he has 4 more, he's going to lose any minion he puts out next turn. But I think that would maybe be a dumb use of the coin. I don't have another good 2-mana turn, so I'll just pass for now. The coin gives me 1 extra mana. Oh, again, newbie lesson, you get 1 more mana every turn. Turn 1, we both have 1 mana. We can play a 1-mana card. Turn 2, we can play a 2-mana card, etc., etc. Up to the limit. You can play 2 1-mana cards on 2 turns, if you're good at math that way. Alright. So, yeah, this does look like Zoo. So I have 2 ways to go. I could Forgotten Torch this one. I could Doomsayer this one. Because he'll have 5 damage on board. If he's got another 2, he'll be able to kill Doomsayer and keep all his minions on board. Also, I could just coin this and do 2 damage to all minions. But if he has a Zoo, then I probably want to save this so I do 2 damage to more minions all at once. So, maybe I'll just do Doomsayer. And then if that doesn't work, I can do Volcanic Potion next time. Alright, so if he can take this out, he will. He will hit this with both, and he'll do 2 more damage. Does not look like he can. So he's gonna... Okay, so this was good. He's gonna kill these 2 things. Now everything dies. That's pretty perfect for me. And so now I have a free turn, basically, to get ready. That was a perfect card for me to draw, because now I get 2 more cards, which gives me more ammunition to fight him. There's no point in putting Ice Block on yet. That's an end-of-game deal. The rest of my things are basically to fight him. This secret will turn his next minion into a 1/1 sheep. I want to save that for later in the game, when he has bigger minions. I'm going to coin for Babbling Book. This will give me a random mage spell.
I want to guard the spell.
So now I have another one of these. By the way, if you get duplicates of cards from spells, this does not ruin Reno Jackson. It doesn't count as having 2 of the same card, because I summoned it. So my deck of having no duplicates is still intact, despite this.
Get it out! Get it out!
Yeah, I have all spells. This is okay, there's that awesome card. This is not particularly great, my hand right now. I really don't have a great move right now. I'm gonna just stall 1 more turn.
So fun.
Random mate spell and some board presence. Exactly, that's why I put the Babbling Book out there. Now I have no board presence. It's very crucial. I might have wanted to play Kazakus that turn to get board presence. I'm gonna play the dragon though next turn, depending on what he does here.
Get it out! Get it out!
Shit. Well, okay. Blizzard is coming up. The problem is that these are going to create a minion each, a 1/1, when I damage them. So I don't want to keep damaging them. Ideally, I do it like all at once. But we can do this. And now I'll play this. So now I have a choice of a 1, 5, or 10 cost spell. 5 would be the most immediately useful while he's got all this shit out here. 10 is like more a late game awesome thing. That's me banking on the fact that I will last 10 turns. It's a bit of a risk. Logic might say I should do a 5, but since I don't play logically, I'll do a 10. Okay, 6 damage to all minions is awesome. And transform all minions into 1/1 sheep. It's a little bit of overkill, but I'll do that. That will ensure the board is decimated. But I have to make it to turn 10. We're already at 6. I have Ice Block. He hasn't done too much damage to me yet. So, okay. This is actually good for, this is great. This is going to make Volcanic Potion that much sweeter. Because now, or even Blizzard. Yep, I'll do Blizzard. That's gonna wipe his board except for this one.
Why do you go?
Well, no.
You are not the boss
Okay.
of me.
Well, Blizzard is gonna make him unable to, I think I gotta Blizzard it. I can't do both yet. I could Blizzard him. I could Blizzard now, which will not allow him to attack at all next turn, and then I could wipe out the rest with Volcanic Potion. So Blizzard will do 2 damage to everything on his board. And now next time I'll be able to use that to clear out the rest. One thing I like about this deck is that there's enough freezing things in here that sometimes people think I'm playing Freeze Mage, which I absolutely am not. So sometimes people will play assuming I have one kind of deck and blow it as a result. Okay, so now he's enabled me to do this. I can take care of the rest of the deck. Now, what does this one do? Okay, that's fine. Now I could just do the one and then not have much left to do, but I think I should get board presence, which I haven't had any of. So put that out there, and now he's got to deal with that. Are we getting it? Are we having fun? Do we understand the game?
You win this time.
That was a little anticlimactic. I should say, by the way, that I have 2 heroes that are gold, which means I've won 500 ranked games with them. That would be my mage and my shaman. So whenever I play either of these 2 classes, you know, it's sort of signaling to the other player, oh, he has a golden hero. That means he's somewhat decent in this class, and he's slumming it by playing casual, and he's probably a bully asshole, so maybe I'll just quit. That's like what a new player would say. Now, I play casual a lot, and there's tons of golden heroes who kick my ass routinely. So casual isn't just for casual noobs, it's also for people like me who have done well in the past but don't want to play competitively at the moment. So that guy just bailed. So we'll try it again. Is it fascinating, really? The flailing, or are you being sarcastic and condescending? It's okay if you are. I understand. So that was a victory, but it was kind of a hollow one. He quit so early, there wasn't even really any competition there. I was like, he tried to zoom me, it didn't work, and he bailed. Okay. If this guy is playing the current meta druid, which is a Jade Golem druid, this could be an ass kicking of my ass being kicked. So let's see. I usually don't keep anything above 3 mana in my opening hand, just so I can ensure that I can get some cards played early. Okay, alright, the flailing. Thank you, that's cool. Again, it would have been okay if you were being sarcastic. I don't mind. I just can never tell in chat if someone's like, oh, that's great, really interesting, Jeff. Thanks. So, if you've never taken the plunge in this game, I don't recommend it. It's awesome, but it's such a big time sink. Okay, Acidic Swamp Ooze. This is a card you put in as a defensive move against classes that can wield weapons. The druid can't really. He sort of can occasionally, but this is a good card for me to play now just because it's board presence that I don't really need to save for any good reason. So it just gives me a 3 attack. By the way, the attack is on the left. That's 3. The defense is 2. So I didn't explain that basic rule for noobs. Like this Azure Drake has 4/4 for attack, 4 defense. And again, we're trying to get each other down to 0 points. We both have 30. We each also have a hero power that we could use on any turn once we have 2 mana. My hero power is I can spend 2 mana to do 1 damage to anything. He has 2 mana that he can do 1 attack plus 1 armor. Okay, that card he just played gives him 1 empty mana crystal, so now he has 1 more than me. I'll play this card. You didn't see this last time. This allows me to draw a card. I get to pick from 3.
From Kazakis.
This would give me basically the same card I just played. Or no, this adds a random potion. But this is a fantastic card. This is a priest card. And that means any gigantic minion of 5 or more I just kill automatically. That could come in quite handy against Druid because they often have large minions with a lot of attack power. Really? You play base? Nice. Nice children's card game.
What?
Kinda. So he could still be a Jade Golem Druid. We'll see. There's a couple key cards that are giveaways, though. Usually by now he would have played one already. He has 1 more mana than me, which gives him an advantage. That's one of the big advantages and attractions of Druid, is they can quickly get a ton more mana than you and destroy you quickly. So now he's going to get 2 more. So probably something big is coming out. There it is. Now, I kill it already. That card I just drew, that will now allow me to kill it. The other alternative would be I could do spell damage plus 1. In fact, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. This gives me plus 1 to any spell damage I do.